Hey, gracious good morning to you good people. It's your girl KB. You know what I do, and you know why I do it. It's Saturday morning. It's May 18th, and it is 5:38 in the a.m. I had a rather harrowing afternoon yesterday. Wait. I'm putting my hand on my head to show the proper amount of vapors that I caught. Yeah, I caught the vapors yesterday. And the reason I caught the vapors is because I had jury duty. Now, the way it works in my state, in my city, is that you have to call in. You're given a group number and you have to call in to see if you're selected. And you call in for a week. I made it all the way to Thursday night. I call in and my number was called for Friday. And the judge even joked about that. It was just a cruel twist of fate. So then we go through all the rules and regs, and I'm listening. And one of the first things that the clerk asked us to do was turn off our phones. And there were people texting, there were people with laptops, there were people reading, and we were instructed to turn off our phones. Even after we were sworn in, I see people on their phones. Okay, so we're not following instructions. Then, during this process, people are asking questions about what was just discussed. Now, if you didn't understand, why didn't you ask when the clerk asked if there were any questions? Which prolonged the process. Which I knew it was going to happen. I knew it. There were I want to say about 300 people crammed into this room. To the point where, folks were choosing to stand because we were too close together. That being said, I'm looking around the room and I want you to know there were exactly 3 black people in this group. 3. The group was primarily Asian and Caucasian. And of the 3 black people in the room, one was dismissed immediately because they haven't lived in the city for a good long time. So they were ineligible to serve on the jury. So, we begin discussion about what's going to take place. And the people were required to be back on Tuesday for jury selection, or Gwajir. The Gwajir process, which is asking the questions to see if you're eligible or suitable for this particular jury. So the people who were automatically dedicated for Tuesday were dismissed. Then there were the people who filled out a hardship. So I filled out a medical hardship citing my diabetes. And now as I'm sitting there waiting for the judge to process my paperwork, my blood sugar is fluctuating. I don't have my glucose meter with the alarm on it active. So, I don't get this reminder. So I'm sneaking a peek at my phone and my blood sugar is like down to 70 something. Now, luckily it was Jury Appreciation Week and they had little goodies. So I got up and got a bunch of candy, which took my blood sugar back up to like the 80s. But I'm sweating, I'm shaking, and I'm still waiting. Now, mind you, I was at work in my office at like 2 something recording. Here it is, almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and they haven't even gotten to me yet. It's about 3:15. I hear my name. So the judge is asking questions. What's my hardship? It's like, look, I have to have my phone on or my glucose alarm. Because right now, I'm in a sugar crisis. And I'm explaining. I have to do insulin. I have to do frequent trips to the bathroom. The judge asked me, well, he says, I have a medical condition. You can't sit for 90 minutes. I can't guarantee that. I can try, but I can't guarantee that. Well, it says here you work. I do, but I work in a hospital, and I inform the nurses at my job when my sugar is unstable. Amen. I have that environment. I have that space to do that. But if I'm sitting on a jury stand, I don't have the capacity to do that. If I need insulin and I'm sitting on the jury stand, I don't have the capacity. See, in my job, I can close my office door and administer insulin. Yeah. So at some point in the conversation, the judge finally dismissed me. But, I don't want to have to justify my medical stuff for, a jury opportunity. I need to say that. But when he asked me if I'm willing to serve, I gave an honest answer. I can try. Yes, I do sit at my job, but I do go sit my happy self down. I drink water all day, so I have access to a restroom. The environment is different. And I need you to understand that. I'm not saying I won't serve. I'm just saying there's going to be some factors, and I'm telling you what the parameters are. So that was my afternoon. And I wasn't going to pay for parking. San Francisco parking is ridiculous. And I wasn't going to pay for parking, so I left my car parked near my job where, I get a free parking spot. Everything else around that area is timed, 1 to 2 hours. And then there's the parking garages. All day in the parking garage at my job is about $30 or a little over 30. And I'm pretty sure it's like $32. So I'm not doing that every day. So that being said, I left my car at my job and I walked down to the courthouse, which is not that far, maybe 10 blocks. So in the process of the day, I got just shy of 10,000 steps in because I walked to the courthouse and back, plus all the steps that I get in at my job. So I got about 9,700 steps. So all in all, everything ended the way it was supposed to, or the way I envisioned it. Let me put it like that. But it was a process. It was a trying process, and I was tired when I got in my house. You see, which was another, I want to say 40-minute drive from where I parked to my home, to my doorstep. Which makes for a long day when you're in the office at 2 or 3 in the morning. Amen. Okay, and there you had my day yesterday. I promised to do some shouts out and some acknowledgement for you good folks who tune in. And I will be hitting that. I have, I think 4 pages of names. So I will be hitting that in a bit. Amen, amen, amen again.